Recently, I've been vibing with the narrative of the scrappy founder and the casual invention. And when you think of your project, your creative project, your business, your idea as a casual invention instead of as a genius idea that needs to make $1 million, you allow yourself to explore the idea and get it out to market with less attachment to the outcome and less pressure and less of this cryptic sensation that if it fails it's going to like directly attack your ego or directly attack your I don't know, like your identity as a founder or your identity as an artist. And when I think of myself as a scrappy founder and like just letting myself test ideas and iterate quickly and try things and let things fail and collect data to see what works so that I can like be better informed on the next thing. Like every successful entrepreneur and artist, I always kind of mix art and entrepreneurship because I think it's the same thing and I am interested in both. They failed over and over and over and over until they had their idea that worked or their piece that clicked or their moment, kind of. And I think that we're all very cognizant of that process because it's always communicated to us. But sometimes you just still try to like, I don't know, you try to think that like your first idea is gonna be the idea. And when I let myself have more of a scrappy mindset around it, and when I look at my idea as a casual invention, it keeps the pressure low enough so that just start isn't as intimidating, and I actually start exposing it. I start talking to real people. I start pitching the idea. I start doing outreach. I start, talking about it online or going with warm outreach to people I know and being like, hey, would this be of use to you? And if you start actually selling your idea, from there you actually get the data points about like what is it that people actually need. Because sometimes as a founder, you'll have an idea and like it might be slightly off from what the people actually need, like in terms of the problem you're solving. And I think that anytime I get really invested in a project, meaning I made a website, I did the whole strategy, I did the whole brand, I designed the logo, and I invested time and time and time and hours and hours and hours on an idea before I even got talking to one person. It felt like such a stronger failure than had I just like gone out there, iterated, gotten some data and see if I wanted to continue. And when I let myself explore an idea without feeling so attached to it, that's when things actually work, right? Because then you're in the right energy. You're communicating with confidence. You're getting on the call with confidence and owning your space instead of being like, oh, like I'm an imposter because like technically I have this idea. I'm gonna pitch it as if I really know what I'm doing, but actually I don't know what I'm doing because I'm just starting. And when you're really honest and you get on the call and you're like, hey, I have this idea. I'm testing it. I'm seeing if it's of use to people. How can we make this work for you? People are so open and honest to that because and receptive. That's just the natural part of business. That's the natural part of art and being someone that makes things and being able to expose yourself and talk to the people that will get you where you need to go and allow yourself to kind of like face rejection in moments that you are talking to people that don't get it, to be like, okay, yeah, maybe they didn't get it, but I know that somebody else will. Or, okay, they didn't get it. Why did they not get it? Like maybe this is something I could change, or maybe it was something that I need to improve on in terms of my communication skills, or maybe it's something that I need to explore further or do more research on. And I think when I allow myself to just be like, yo, it's not that big of a deal. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. And if it does work, then fuck yeah, let's keep going. Like, let's see more. Like, what else can we do? How can we move this forward? That's when things just actually work out. And I think sometimes I'm really repetitive and I talk in circles. And I think there's like different ways where I could like structure these videos to be more effective. But in reality, that's just the nature of the thing, right? It's like me being this video itself, me being a scrappy founder, scrappy YouTuber, and having a casual invention. And the casual invention is this idea about the casual invention. Maybe that's a bad idea, and maybe the video doesn't land. And like, I think right now, specifically for me, a lot of what I do is volume based, like whether it's outreach for my business, making videos, making paintings. I am still really young and still early in my career and early in my process. So the value is in kind of being inspired by the work, by being in the work and doing a lot of volume and seeing, like, okay, I have all of these paintings, all of these ideas, all of these little business projects. Which is the one that actually is where I should be kind of prioritizing my time and energy and channeling the structure into a direction. And I think it can be a little confusing sometimes when I talk about art and entrepreneurship in the same vein like that often, because I'll be like, I'll literally list like creative project next to business. And I think for me, it's just because I think there's a lot of similarities in those aspects, and it's like a creative process and like a vision building process that is consistent between both of them. And as an artist and a founder, I like really love exploring the similarities between the two and noticing the same personality traits in between like the two artists and founders. Like entrepreneurship people are so like artists. It's crazy. And artists have a lot of skill sets that entrepreneurs have. And like I think one might deem to be more about like outcomes and metrics, and the other one is more about communication and experience. But outcomes and metrics is also communication and experience, and vice versa. So it's just like it's so interesting to me. But there's a woofer. So cute. But yeah, that's my new thing. The scrappy founder, the casual invention, letting myself not be attached, remaining detached from the idea and just letting myself vibe and explore and experiment and kind of collect data. It's like a scientist under the microscope, an artist mixing paint. We're collecting data, we're staying detached, we are exploring outcomes, we are exposing ourselves, we are experimenting, we are allowing ourselves to fail and fail up. Aggregate knowledge from different nodes of life experience. I be repeating myself. I like this little art setup, park setup. So I believe I will be continuing to film here because I like that I'm in the trees, but I also have a table and enough light to make a quality video. I can't tell if this is like an old acorn or a rock. Love you guys. If you have any ideas about this subject, or like what do you think about the scrappy artist, the scrappy founder, the casual invention, staying detached? I think like the concept of detachment is always applied to like relationships and stuff and spirituality stuff, and I think it's just like it's relevant everywhere. Comment down below your thoughts, or if you think that I am stupid. Just kidding. Love you. Okay, bye.